Okay, so I had to weigh in on this R. Kelly scandal. Basically, the documentary where a bunch of women are coming forward telling their stories about R. Kelly and his mistreatment of them and all that type of stuff. But what this is really about is just the transiting South Node, which is currently in Capricorn, and how that comes into play with Aaliyah in particular, because Aaliyah's name keeps coming up as a result of this documentary, because as you know, Aaliyah was married to R. Kelly very briefly, but when she was only 15 years old. And R. Kelly, I think, was 26, 27 at the time. I think he was 26. So he was engaging in statutory rape, but then he married her, I guess, to try to legitimize it or whatever, but they tried to keep the marriage a secret, blah, 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 blah. I did a video on Aaliyah, I think a couple of years ago. I also did a video on R. Kelly, and I think it's called Has the Sex Demon Gone Legit? So you can check out both of them if you go into my video list. But with Aaliyah's name keep coming up, I pulled her chart up because I was thinking about the Capricorn South Node as well as Saturn in Capricorn. We got a lot of energy in Capricorn right now, including the sun, of course. So I wasn't surprised to see that the Capricorn South Node is approaching her sun. So it's about to land on her sun. So her sun is at the 26th degree of Capricorn, and the South Node is at the 27th degree. And the South Node moves backward. It always moves retrograde. So it's about to land on her sun. So that right there is representing her reputation being called into question, and basically her history and all that type of stuff. So you can look at that Capricorn South Node as resurrecting her. And where, even though she's passed on, now she's, being talked about, her reputation is coming into question, all that stuff. People are going back into her history. People are even like trying to find receipts and all types of stuff. Her parents have come out defending themselves against this one chick that was saying that when Aaliyah would be on tour, her parents were never there and stuff like that when she was young. So there's a bunch of accusations being thrown out, and her parents are like really, trying to clear things up or whatever like that. But that's just very interesting that the Capricorn South Node is very close to her sun right now. It's an approaching in conjunction. So some information, some receipts may be released once that South Node lands right on her sun. I'm going to tell you when that's going to be. Just one second. And the last time the Capricorn, well, I'll say the last time the South Node was in Capricorn was when she died. So this is very telling that she's being resurrected with this current Capricorn South Node transit. So the South Node will land on her sun very soon too. That will be, let me see, that can't be right. I'm looking at the wrong person. That was R. Kelly. The Capricorn South Node will land on R. Kelly's sun on July 19th, I believe it said. But let me look at Aaliyah. So R. Kelly, he could be dealing with the authorities this year, like, head on. And it could be because of, the women that he's keeping or whatever like that. Now, I don't know if he's really breaking the law, but maybe somebody will come up with some receipts about him dealing with another underage girl or something like that. But this can be a time for R. Kelly where he is reaping what he sows. Also, wait a minute, I'm going to get to something else, but I got to look at when that's going to happen with Aaliyah. So that's going to, so the transiting South Node is going to land on Aaliyah's sun on January 21st, 2019. So there might be some information that comes out, and it could be damning against Aaliyah, or it could just be information that is damning against R. Kelly that's associated with Aaliyah or one of her associates or something like that. So we'll have to wait and see with that. Now, another thing is, transiting Saturn is approaching a conjunction with Aaliyah's Mercury. So again, like I said, some information might come out dealing with R. Kelly and Aaliyah's history or whatever like that. So let me tell you when that's going to be. So that transit will become exact just 2 days from now, January 7th, 2019. So, but it's already in effect because as you know, her name keeps coming up in association with this documentary. So yeah, so as you can see, people who are dead who have crossed over will be resurrected through transits. Now, going to R. Kelly's chart. Now, the interesting thing with R. Kelly's chart, he has a transit of Pluto, and it's making a trine to his natal Pluto. They're both at the 20th degree. So, transiting Pluto is at the 20th degree of Capricorn, and his natal Pluto is at the 20th degree of Virgo. And when I looked at that, I was like, is he about to enter therapy or something? Like, cause that is an aspect where it looks like the person could be going into therapy or they could be, trying to do something to turn a situation around in their favor. Now that transit can also deal with the support that he's receiving that's helping his reputation because there's some celebrities that have supported him in this and that has said basically this is a witch hunt or whatever like that. I think Tamar Braxton is one of them. But yeah. So there are some people in R. Kelly's corner, including some of his fans and some people in general, especially some men who are calling this a witch hunt and who are saying that they're trying to Bill Cosby him and all this type of stuff. So that Pluto can deal with the support that he's receiving as a result of this documentary. But it also deals with him becoming even more prominent than what he already is. But this time it's due to controversy, not some hit record. But he might be in the studio as well, making some music, and it could be therapeutic for him as well. Now he has, what else does he have going on? Like I said, Saturn's going to land on his sun this year. That's going to happen in July. So he could be dealing with the authorities, the South Node. Oh no, wait a minute. That was the South Node. So the South Node's going to land on his sun in July. Let me just get that date. I think it was July 19th, but Saturn's going to land on his sun. Let's see. Saturn's going to land on his sun March 1st, 2019. So he's going to have the reruns of this transit. March 1st, 2019, July 1st, 2019, and November 29th, 2019. So that's when Saturn's going to be on his sun. So he could be facing the authorities. He could be having some karma. The karmic debt that he has to pay back. More things could come out about him that damages his reputation. So let me see when that South Node is gonna land on his sun again. I believe July 19th. No, that's gonna be July 3rd. He might be doing a 4th of July performance around that time. He might get a lot of boos or something, or there might be a lot of people picketing outside. Already he's had people picketing, protesting his performances, but he's still performing from what I heard today when I was watching some of the videos about him. But let me see what else he got going down. Then I'm going to take another look at his chart. Because I know I did a video about him, but I'm going to take a look at it again from another perspective. Well, not from another perspective, but now that, this documentary's out and all that type of stuff. And we all know that he is a twisted, sick dude that gets off on controlling women, especially women that are either very vulnerable, weak in some way, have low IQ, or, that are needy for a father figure. So he's like the quintessential Swengali, but he's also the quintessential pimp-like character. What else he got going on in his chart? Neptune's not doing nothing in his chart right now. Now, I don't know his time of birth, so I don't know what houses these planets are transiting. But yeah, let me let me look and see what else is in let me look and see his natal chart again. Maybe I need to reiterate some things. So, R. Kelly has his South Node in Scorpio. Surprise, surprise. Scorpio South Nodes can have a strong sex drive, and that comes from past lives of being a hypersexual person in some cases. His South Node's at the 12th degree of Scorpio. That is the degree of sacrifice and victimization. In his case, is very much victimization. Oh, I saw a YouTube video today where Tasha K, the chick that has the YouTube channel Unwind with Tasha K, she was interviewing R. Kelly's brother, and he was telling a story about how R. Kelly was molested. Him and R. Kelly was molested by his sister. And the interesting thing is, R. Kelly has Mercury running parallel to the asteroid Nemesis, and Mercury could represent sibling. He also has Mercury running parallel to the asteroid Eros. Now, Nemesis deals with where you place blame upon something, and he did place blame upon relatives and other people in his early life being responsible for him being so sexual, like he was molested. I think he basically revealed that, didn't he? That he was molested when he was younger. But that Mercury parallel Nemesis is representing his sister and maybe other relatives being the blame for him becoming wayward. Now, this could be where he's saying they're the blame, because when you become an adult, it's like you know right from wrong. So you can only say that they're responsible to some degree. And then Mercury running parallel to Eros. Eros deals with one's sex drive, or also lust, sexual desire, the object of your sexual desire. So he has Mercury running parallel to Eros. He has Eros conjoined to the Sun. He's a hypersexual person. Eros is at the 16th degree of Capricorn. His Sun is at the 17th degree. So that Eros at the 16th degree, that's like him keeping his sexual subjects trapped, locked away, in isolation, like he's isolating them, and he gets off on that. He gets off on controlling women sexually. And this one woman that was talking about her experiences with R. Kelly, she was saying that when he has sex with you, he wants to direct you. Like, he's basically vocalizing everything. Like, he even tells you how to moan, and, how to, like, move your lips and how to bat your eyes or whatever like that. But he's, like, totally controlling. And I see this in his chart big time. He has Sun conjoined to Arachne. It's at the 18th degree of Capricorn. You know what I say about that 18th degree? That 18 is one of hypersexuality, but it's also one of aggression. It's one where you could be too much about the material world, material concerns, and also it can deal with getting caught up in situations exactly like how he's getting caught up when you put Arachne into the mix. Weaving a web of drama or deceit or like how he does. Basically, you could look at this Sun conjoined Arachne as his harem. Like he has a harem. And then also going back to that Eros on his Sun, Sun deals with youth. So does Mercury. So you could look at both of them as him being turned on by youth. And basically, oh, wow, he got Mercury parallel Hygeia. That's probably where the herpes is. That's representing the herpes. Because one of the chicks came out and was saying that he gave her herpes, and he knowingly gave her herpes. What else he got in his chart? Yeah, he is something else. He got Mars opposition Phaethon. That can deal with him getting into trouble as a result of being too cocky, being too sure of himself. And now he has to pay for it, because now it's coming out. Yeah, he is something else. He got Sun Square Mars. That's another hypersexual aspect. And that's an aspect where it shows that he can be very disagreeable and where, he's just not a likable guy. And that's what I heard, like, from other, people who have toured with him, namely Jay-Z. That's why Jay-Z and him didn't get along on the tour. You can't really work successfully with somebody that has Sun in Capricorn, mind you, squaring Mars and Libra. That's not a team player right there. And that's somebody that's going to use other people to their advantage. But yeah, R. Kelly, he is one sick pup. But with that Pluto trine Pluto transit he got going down, like I said, this might be the year where he goes into therapy. And he might even like confess some of his sins and be like, how my mind telling me no. All that type of stuff. So yeah, and he's basically confessed a lot of his anguish in his music. But yeah, he is. Alright, so that's my little update on the R. Kelly reading. Because I know some of you asked for it. So let me know what you think in the comments section. And the main reason why I'm doing this is because of that transiting South Node and Capricorn being on Aaliyah's sun. I just thought that was very interesting, considering the fact that her name is being brought up again. So let me know what you think. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video and if you want to see more. And if you like a reading, you could go to my website at rabina.com. Just click order a reading at the top. And I'll be back with more videos. Peace and many blessings.